Alright, hello everyone. I'm getting ready to mix my injection for today. So we have the syringe that will actually be used to inject the medicine. And this top I don't actually need, so I'm just going to discard that in my extras pile. And then I also have 2 syringes filled with solvent. Which is basically water for injections, purified water, no chemicals or whatever in it. Okay, so then I also have 5 vials of Gonal F, and if you have a look on the bottom, it's a powder right now. Now, on top of these these vials of medication, there's a gray cover. It's to protect the medication so it's not going to get contaminated before you use it. When I go to do the injections, I just pop the cover off very easily, and then you have the actual place to draw the fluid from. So I've already done this on the other 5 to save us some time. Now, in order to continue, I need to pop this top off here, and we can now see that it's opened. And then I take my large needle and I just twist it on there and take the cover off. If you have a look, this injection or this needle is quite large, and it's for drawing up the medication. Okay. It also has a very wide tip. You can't really see that on here, but you wouldn't want to use this needle to inject medication because it would quite hurt. So it's just for drawing up the medication. Now, as I said previously, there's 2 vials of this, so I'm going to inject this one into this vial. Just easily slide it down into the middle, okay? And slowly inject it because I don't want to have any bubbles. Okay? Okay? And then I'm going to slowly pull it out and hope that no liquid comes out. Okay? Now I'm just going to twist the top off this one again, discard this in my sharps thing, and get the second vial of solvent ready. Okay? Again, I just twist the needle onto the solvent and stick it down in the middle of another powder and let it slowly dissolve. Okay? So there's no bubbles. Okay? So now that my liquid is put into 2 vials, I can start using the other syringe that I'll actually be using to inject myself with the medication to draw up the liquid. Okay? So now I just take the top off and discard this and put the top onto the actual injection or the actual syringe for injection. Now I just stick the needle back into the vial and then slowly pull all the liquid into the syringe. And you can sort of see it going in there, but the lighting is really bad. Okay? So that should be about 1 cc of fluid that's gone in there. Now I just turn it up and draw it back as far as possible to make sure that there's nothing in the needle, because I don't want to lose anything. And then I have a look in the vial, make sure there's nothing left in, then I can discard it. Now the same thing goes for the other vial. But what I like to do is leave one liquid in there, so I'm only working with 1 cc of liquid at a time. So I just go ahead and dissolve the rest of these powders very slowly. Okay, so you just turn the vial a little to get it to dissolve. You don't want it to cause any bubbles. And then I just slowly draw it up again. Okay, and again, tip it up, pull back on the plunger, and hope that nothing is going to squirt it. Okay, again, check it's all gone out so I can dissolve the next one. So I have to do this 5 times because there's 5 vials. These vials actually make it quite easy to get the medication out because it's the cover is quite suctioning, I guess I could use that word. It has quite a strong suction on it, so when you go to pull the medication back in, you can just slowly lift your finger off the plunger and it'll all suck back up for you. Okay, so again, all the way back, there's nothing in the needle when I go to pull it out. Okay, and this is the last powder that we have to dissolve. Okay, so there is some bubbles in this one. You can somewhat see. So I'm just going to move the needle around and then inject a little more of this solution in there and then suck it all back up again. Okay. Okay, so now I have it all, I think. Yep, I do. Now, as I've already said, this one already has the solution in it, so I don't need to actually dissolve anything. I just need to stick my needle in there, push it up from the bottom, so I don't actually inject anything in there, and then turn it over and let it suction it up. Okay? Slowly but surely. Alright. So now you can somewhat see that I have 2 cc's of liquid. So again, take that off. Now I'm done with the vials. I'm also done with this injection, or this needle, so I can get rid of that, because I definitely don't want to poke myself with that. And then I just swap the needles out for this lovely little short one that really doesn't hurt at all. Okay. So this little short one that really doesn't hurt that much, okay? So for the sub-Q injections, they can go in your tummy. They can also go in your arm or the front of your thigh. Okay, so I'm going to switch the video off now. You don't actually want to see me poking myself. Have a good day.